Mark Robinson, day 2 against Worcester. How did you think the day went?
Well, it wasn't an easy day. Hugely frustrating, hugely annoying, wasn't it? We obviously dropped catches. We were bowler down, really. Ajmal did his best to stay out there as long as he can, but we were bowler down and dropped catches. So hugely, incredible amount of times of playing and missing. Incredible amount of times the ball being hit on gloves and bouncing in the air. But you get tested in this game, and that's what happened today. Felt for the captain, as I say, especially when we were Millsy up then couldn't bowl either. So on a wicket where you really want to be bowling your seamers.
We talk about Mills' injury in a moment, but catching, Sussex caught so well last week down at the Aegeus Bowl. Was it just one of those days, Mark?
Oh, we work incredibly hard on our close catching. You know, we've just lost Micah Yardy, so what you'd probably say is our only natural real slipper. The rest work their absolute proverbials off, and they do brilliantly for us. But it's a specialist position, and so it's like goalkeepers, isn't it? Penalty shoot. If anybody's brave enough to take a penalty, those boys are brave enough to go in there and they take the groans of the crowd and the wrath of the fast bowlers when they get dropped down. So you can't really condemn. You can if they don't practice. You do condemn if they don't practice, and you do condemn them if they haven't got the balls to stay in there. So it was just one of those days, and you know, Craig Kachopa, unfortunately for him, and Luke Wells was another one, but it's character, isn't it? And that's what this game's about, and we'll bounce back.
I was going to say that about Craig Kachopa, because he did stay in there, didn't he? I mean, he perhaps could have asked to have been moved, but he stayed in the firing line.
Yeah, he did. He did, and that's all you can say. Look, it's just it's cricket tests you, doesn't it? And not everything goes your way. And it was one of those days where, from the moment, last night Ajmal was sick. Last night when he came onto bowl, he had to rush off the pitch to be sick, and it sort of we've had a bit of a kickback from that point onwards. But we've done enough to stay in the game. 10 wickets in hand, and a wicket that's going to wear. Got to get a score that's competitive, and then come out. Hopefully Ajmal feels a bit better. Mills is back raring to go, and we'll come back hard.
That answered my question actually, because Ajmal didn't bowl much today, and Mills limping off. What's the matter with Talal Mills?
He had a little bit, felt his leg a little bit and into his lower back, and obviously because of his history he's very anxious there, so went off the pitch.
How concerned are you, Mark?
We don't know, it just went off the pitch yesterday, so there'll be some mental scars in there, as well as the injury to somebody who's, so most overs he's bowled for a while. We always said we'd have to manage him, and it made it very difficult. You're trying to protect Talal, but with Ajmal off the pitch it got very difficult for the captain. Yeah,
and your hand's been forced, I guess, a bit by the injuries to Jimmy Anion and Lewis Hatchett as well.
We've got 7 players missing. There's 7 players unavailable for selection in this game, so that's a lot. 5 of them would probably definitely start if you were picking a game from scratch. So that's a character, and Matt Machen's come in and played the innings of his life and of the season. So as we always say, it gives opportunity.
Let's talk about the positives. Matt Hobden really ran in hard today and rewarded with 3 wickets.
Well, the positives were every single bowler ran in. The team heads at never 1 point dropped. Their body language was fantastic. They fought terrifically hard. Matt Hobden ran in brilliantly, as did Steve, as they all did. Hobbs got his rewards at the end. Mags, he couldn't have been, as I say, he was I think he had 2 drops, didn't he, in that first spell. I took my hat off to them all. They showed a lot of character today, and we're going to have to show a lot of character in the next 2 days, and I back them to do it.
Let's talk about the wicket. It looks a really good 4-day track.
It's a great cricket wicket. There's a bit in there, isn't it, all the time. There's a little bit of turn now. They're off spinner. Yeah.
Think it could turn a bit, or?
Well, yeah, maybe. We'll see as it goes along. Obviously, there's a little bit more rough there. What we've got to do is get a score, because they're batting last on the wicket.